guys, today we learn how to make a JSON string from C Server objects in Web API using JSON.NET framework. We have required Visual Studio 2015, MVC 5, JSON.NET, new Get package we have not installed, then need to install, and SQL Server 2012 or higher version. Here we understand how we create JSON string from C Server object in different types. Like first example, for this in real example, let us see, open Visual Studio, go to file, new project, and I have select here ASP.NET web application, and name of the project JSON string from C sharp, and click on to choose empty, then I have to choose MVC and web API and click on OK. So you can see here JSON string from 6R project has been created. Now I have to create one controllers and one model. So first I have to create one model, create add class, and name of the class employees model I have put here and click on add. Now I have to define some property here like employee ID, name, and address. So getter setter, employee ID, name, and salary. Now I have to create one controllers for web API. Click on add controllers. Here I have to take only web API controllers empty and click on add. You can give any name. I have put here employee controllers, employee name of the controllers, and click on add button. So you can see your employee controller has been created, API controllers. Now first I have to put here route prefix. So route prefix, and I put here API employee. That is customized URI. For better understanding, we can here create route prefix and route prefix, and make one method IHttpActionResult, which are create introduced in later version, and put some name like getEmp method name, put, and return some. Return OK is introduced in IHttpActionResult. There are more returns like valid, not valid is there. Now you can see here I have created employee models ID, name, and salary. Now I have to return from this object to JSON string. So also we have to give some value for, here you can see our model class employee mode has been created and their public properties. Now I have to assign the values for this employee model. So take this employee mode, make object of object emp and new employee mode. You can see there is no space added here, so first you need to add namespace for this added. Now I have to assign, so simply I have write down object emp dot employee id, their property is coming here, and equal to, you can put 101, then object also need to put semicolon, object emp dot, you can see name, put here Adam, and one more property I have to add there, salary. So object emp dot salary, and put here like 3000. Now I want to convert this object to in JSON. Then I have to use here Newtonsoft. So write down where result one variable, and I have to put here Newtonsoft dot JSON dot JSON convert, then serialize. I have to use serialize object, then put here object. You have to define the value object. Now run these applications. For debugging to for debugging this value, I have need to use Postman directly to come into the debug point. So first need to run the application. Also I have missed here route prefix, so you can I have to put route lst employee list, and also one need more what method I have to use here http get method. So our method getEmp will completed with IHttpActionResult, and also I have assigned the value of employee, and I have used here JSON Newton short for converting object to JSON. Now run the application. So our application will be run. Now I have to put what customize URI. So you can see here like API employee. After that I have put list. So now I have to write here list and click on this. So your application will directly debug in Visual Studio from the Chrome browsers. And now let us see. Click on F10. So employee ID value is assigned. Same in also name will assign and salary also assign, and click again F10. You can get the results in the JSON string. You can see here nothing you have written. I have two things here right here like results and OK. In WebAPI 2.0, there is some new concept introduced like OK. Then first you need to return result. For returning the results directly, this and put on OK. Now run again these applications and click again on this URI. You can see the result and F5. So you can check here where employee ID 101, name Adam Sally 2000 as a JSON strings. If you want to show JSON string in Chrome browser, so need to add config formatters or JSON formatters support JSON media type set new media type header text HTML in WebAPI config file. After adding it will return JSON string. So you can see from URL API employee list and click on this and F10 press. You can see a result in JSON string. Then after that you can uh, return JSON strings. So you can see here. You also need to know one things more. Like you have seen here, IHTP action results, and you have assigned the object property to their values. And if you do not want to use WebAPI 2.0, it will directly return in JSON string by using return OK and put here only object C sub object, and now run the application again our URL, and now paste and click enter and run F5, press F5. You can see here direct JSON string will get. So our main aim is here to return JSON strings from objects. So you can use here returns of JSON convert, or either you can use, if you are using API, then return OK object.emp. In the case of you can use only WebAPI to IHTP action results. Now our new to introduce second examples, like I have need to add one or more employee in a result form a JSON string. So JSON array will be comes in form. So how to do, let us see. Already we can see here you have added one employee. Now we can also add more than one employee. So for this we need to define like this. Let us see. I need to add one more web API method, like public, put here I HTTP action result get emp list, get all emp, that is method name, and put here return OK. And this example is also static. You have defined here value of each employee. Let us see. Like I will already written. So first make a list and then put here employee model here and make a object emp list and put here new. Now I have to add one or more employees and assign their values. So I have to assign this way, like this object dot add. I need to add in a list of each value. So I put here object emp list dot add new models dot employee models, and put here employee ID 101, name Adam, salary 2000. Same way we also can write one more employees, like 102 Adam, Brian, and salary 25 25. No, you can see here I have added two employees, static way define. There I am getting some issue here, like I need to put here HttpGet methods and put here route and method name through access get emp. Simply I have put here. So need to convert in JSON string, then simply I have to write real Newton subjar JSON convert dot serialize object. Here our object is list, object employee list of employee basically, and result, and you can also put here in OK and run the application. Our main, this part will be accessed through only API employee, then after that getEMP. Let us see, put here API employee and method name here. I have defined route prefix getEMP, I think getEMP, and click on enter. So breakpoint will go in that method, and now press F10. So you can see here one object and their values name, item, employee ID and salary will be added. Same way our second means two record in the list, and you can check 01 first record and 1 there is second record. And now click on F10, you can see result means array of JSON array data type in JSON. So you can imply this one first record and second record, and click now continue or F5. You can see here that is array sign and there is two record of employee. So you can see here list of employee will be written, and also I have converted from object to JSON string through the Newtons of JSON. And last example, let us see our third example. Like I have to fetch the data from database, then that value will be converted into JSON string through the Newton's of JSON. Let us see. For this we have write one more model, one more method like public IHttpActionResult and get EMP from database. I have put here, you can give any name and return something like okay. I have put here, and method works like I have put here http get method, and now need to add route, customize URI. Let us see, simply put get. Now need to add one entity framework, so go to models, click on add new items, data area.net entity data models, click on OK. If designer from database, click next, put new connections here, put server name, what you have, SQL Server, SA, password, what you have defined your systems. Select here sample database and click on OK button. Check yes, next. Entry framework 6, next. Now I have to choose the table. So our table is employees and click finish. So you can see here our model 1.edmx has been created, and employees and properties employee ID, name and salary. So you can see here in model there is model 1.edmx and there is model TT and there is employees, partial class employee and their public property. There is defined here double salary, double, so you can put their double instead of. So go to controllers, put here sample entities db, make object a new sample, where result simply db dot table name implies to list. Now I have to convert this value to JSON string. Simply I have to write here value equal JSON. Put here Newton soft dot JSON convert dot serialize object and simply push here result, and that value put in here and make a debug point so you can easily understand it. Now our API will be API imply and get and run the application now. So here you will get the list of employee whatever in database and will be converted in JSON string. Let us put here employee controller and put here only simply get custom URI and click on enters. F10, F10, F10. You can see a result like this one, means already there is model created in employee, you can see here. And when you created ADMX file and this value converted into JSON strings. So you can see here more than two records, three records were there in collection, and that will be converted in JSON through the Newton soft. That is very light. And now press F5 and see the result like first value, second imply, third imply, and fourth imply. That is easily converted into JSON string using Newton soft. Also, you can see one more things. If you use IHttpActionResult, then you don't want to use Newton soft, then comment this line and put the results here in OK. That will automatically convert in JSON. So you can see here now F5 and see the results. So you depend upon yourself where either you can use Newton JSON convert, Newton soft. If you want to use anywhere, any other place, uh, or if you want to use in IHTP action results, then you can directly write return OK and put here object. That object will be converted. But this facility available in HttpActionResult in WebAPI 2.0. Thanks for watching. If you want to view more videos, please subscribe my YouTube channel.